He wasn't hurt by this accident, and my family was. We're now driving around a vehicle with no AC, no heat, no nothing, and I have a baby.
You were driving without insurance, which means that you shouldn't have been out on the street, because if you killed somebody.
Yes, ma'am. If your kids don't go to school, you have to go to jail for truancy, too.
Oh, my God. You know, I'm going to get out my violin.
I was going to work.
I see there is a monitor up. Is that a video of the location?
It's dash cam footage from the accident.
From you?
Yes, yeah, it's my dash cam footage.
Okay. Would you go over to that video and show me where you were?
Absolutely.
And then we'll get it moving.
So these are the two southbound lanes on Yale. I was in the left turn lane. I had pulled forward just over the line when I had a green light. So the light turned yellow. I waited a beat and nobody was moving. So I went into my left turn where I was hit in the middle of an intersection. And I was hit so hard that my car was turned 180 degrees.
Show me where the defendant was coming from.
She was in this far lane right here.
In the far lane?
Yes. So there was a car coming to a stop because the light was yellow, and the defendant...
Just a second. There was another car right next to hers.
In front of her that was coming to a stop.
Well, how did she get around that car to hit you?
She went like that.
So she was behind that black car?
No, it's like a silver... I think she's back here. It was a silver car. But that silver car came to a stop, and you can see the defendant.
She went around that car?
To run the light.
Could you step back, please?
Of course.
And hit you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Miss Gladden, you want to tell me your version of what happened?
Yes, so my version is pretty much the same thing as her version, except for from her dash cam, you cannot see my light at all. So even if the person that was...
No, not even if. I don't want you to tell me even if, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yes, ma'am. I'm saying
I
sped up to catch the yellow light.
Did you go around a car that had stopped, is my question.
No, she had not stopped yet.
Was she...
She was slowing down, yes.
If the car in front of you was slowing down to stop because the light had turned yellow, why didn't you?
Because I was hurrying my daughter to school.
Okay, so you were in a rush.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that's an answer, but it's not a good answer. Now I'll see the video.
There it is, the "I was in a rush" excuse. It's the universal justification for bad driving, but in a courtroom, it's basically an admission of liability. She's essentially telling the judge that her schedule was more important than the rules of the road.
Okay, so the car was slowing down and you sped up. Mm-hmm. Well, then it's your fault.
I do. I have from insurance.
Then it's your fault.
Yeah, I have from my insurance
report.
saying it's not my fault.
I have a police report that says she's at fault.
Just a second. I know what your insurance company said. Your insurance company wasn't there. Were the police called?
Yes.
And did they arrive at the scene of the accident?
Yes, they did.
Now, you have the police report. May I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am. Collision report.
Did you show this officer the dash cam video at the time the officer wrote this report?
No, I had not submitted it probably by the time.
When did you submit it?
Later that day, the police officers emailed my husband a link, and I uploaded it via that link.
Can I play that video one more time, please?
I got over before they slowed down. I got over before they slowed down into the other lane.
No, he was slowing down. You went around him.
I know. I went around him, but he wasn't like slowing down at the light yet. You can see in the video.
He was slowing down because
that
it was
I just
yellow.
got over.
He was slowing down because the light is clearly yellow.
Yes.
Let's play it again. Now it's yellow.
Yes.
Now he's slowing down. And you went around him.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
it's your fault.
And I made the yellow light.
It's your fault. Did you have the car fixed or was it totaled?
It was totaled.
Do you have insurance?
I did.
Okay.
I would like to add, I tried to file a claim against the defendant's insurance, and they told me that she did not have.
You didn't have insurance?
It had lapsed.
So the answer is I didn't have insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Yes. And the insurance is under her partner's name.
Whatever. It's not in anybody's name if she didn't have any.
And
Yes.
then we got it reinstated that day. I have the paper that says
Who
that.
cares? I don't care. You drove without insurance. How long were you driving without insurance?
3 days.
And you shouldn't have been speeding up to get your daughter to school. Just tell me what the damages were to your car.
It was totaled. It was like $23,000 worth of damage. I had to come out with a deductible. We now have to pay tag, title, and tax on a new vehicle.
Okay. What was the deductible?
$500.
What make and
It was a 2023 Hyundai Kona.
when did you purchase it? In 2023?
Yes, almost a year.
And you had insurance. Was there a loan on the car?
Yes.
Okay. So the loan covered the cost of the car?
No, not all of it. We still owe about $2,000 on the car.
Did you have gap insurance?
Yes.
So you had gap insurance. So you don't owe anything anymore. The bank is totally paid off.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So as far as actual damage is concerned to this vehicle, you were made whole by the insurance company.
I was.
So tell me what you're suing her for $5,000 for.
I am suing to recoup the cost of the deductible, the tag, title, and tax.
You mean the $500?
Yes, the tag, title, and tax for my new vehicle that I would not have had to purchase. I had to miss 2 full days of work and then 4 half days to go.
Why?
Immediately after the accident, I was hurt. She hit me very hard, and my whole body was just.
You didn't act like
aching.
you were hurt after the accident.
Ma'am, that's because I got out of
Just
the
a second,
car
would
and
you stop
consoled
talking?
you.
You
Just
were over there laughing with the cops
you-
and making jokes and calling your husband.
Yes, because
Miss Gladden. Miss Gladden. Don't
She
talk to her.
wasn't hurt by this accident, and my family was. We're now driving around a vehicle with no AC, no heat, no
Should've had
nothing, and I have
Just a
a baby.
second. I'm going to tell you a few things that you should keep in mind. A, you were driving without insurance, which means that you shouldn't have been out on the street, because if you killed somebody,
Yes, ma'am.
you wouldn't have had insurance, and it doesn't look like you have enough money in the bank to cover a
And then
major
also,
accident like that.
If your kids don't go to school, you have to go to jail for truancy, too.
Oh, my
You have to
God,
go to
you know I'm
court
going to
for
get out
that.
my violin. You shouldn't have been driving without
You're right.
insurance. Your daughter's a big girl. She can take a bus to school.
You're right.
Okay? And if you were driving her, I saw the way, the light was yellow, the car in front of you was slowing down, you moved around that car and sped up, and the light was clearly yellow for a while before you did that. And there's no question in my mind that you knew the insurance had lapsed. And if you're driving around now in a car that's less of a car than what you were driving around in.
She keeps trying to pivot back to, I didn't see her, but it doesn't matter. When you're speeding around cars at a yellow light, you're not supposed to see if the way is clear. You're supposed to stop. This is a masterclass in trying to blame the road for your own impatience.
Before, that's your fault. You got to say that was my fault. I didn't have insurance, and I sped up at a light that was turning yellow.
But she
Or that-
says she didn't see any cars coming. How can you see in that video that obviously I'm coming? Like
I
you
could
can't-
see it.
Exactly.
No,
You
just a second. I could see that you sped up.
Exactly.
In
So
order
how
to,
didn't she see that? She said she looked, but she didn't.
I was in
well,
my turn.
just a second. Who can anticipate you're going to put your foot on the gas?
Most people do at yellow
Okay,
lights.
Miss Gladden.
I know it's
Excuses.
my fault.
Okay. Well, if you know it's your fault, then if you know it's your fault, then it's your fault. Okay. Now, did you go to a doctor, hospital?
I did. I went to the Tulsa Accident Center.
May I see the report, please?
On the top line are medicines that they prescribed me. One was a muscle relaxer, and the other was for
I
inflammation.
can read. Okay, so they didn't find anything wrong in the MRI. Not anything.
Yeah, just inflammation.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
I'm an HR assistant.
Okay, and you didn't work for a couple of days?
Yes, 2 days.
Just a second. You got paid for those days?
No,
Why not?
I'm an hourly employee.
Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of her deductible, $500. We're finished here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
I'm just upset about it because the other lady was not hurt by this accident at all, and my family was. And now we didn't get anything out of it.
I was not at fault, and Judge Judy found that to be correct.
The impact, I remember that I tried to swerve to miss her and she just kept on driving, and if she would have stopped when she saw me, I wouldn't have hit her.
I was afraid. I mean, still now I have anxiety driving just because she came at me really fast and hit me very hard.
I feel like she ran the red light.
Always have a dash cam and don't drive without car insurance.
Friends, I am honestly sitting here with my head in my hands after watching this absolute mess. We just witnessed a masterclass in what I like to call irresponsible parenting combined with criminal negligence. Let's talk about Ms. Gladden, the defendant. This woman was out on the streets driving a lethal weapon, a car, with no insurance. Do you realize how selfish that is? She literally told the judge that her insurance had lapsed for 3 days. It doesn't matter if it's 3 days or 3 seconds. The moment you put that key in the ignition without coverage, you are gambling with everyone else's life. The level of audacity in her excuses is what really gets me. She claims she was in a rush to get her daughter to school. Since when does your daughter's school schedule give you permission to break the law and speed through an intersection? The dashcam footage was crystal clear. Every single person watching that video could see the light turn yellow. The car in front of her did the responsible thing and slowed down. But what did Miss Gladden do? She floored it. She swerved around a stopping car and sped up to catch the light. That isn't a mistake. That is an intentional act of reckless driving. And then she has the nerve to stand in front of Judge Judy and say, "It's not my fault." Ma'am, the dashcam doesn't lie. You are caught in 4K. You hit that other car so hard it spun 180 degrees in the middle of the intersection. There were 4 children in that other car. Imagine the tragedy that could have happened just because you were too impatient to wait for the next green light. You sat there and tried to play the victim because your car has no heat or AC now. Well, guess what? You shouldn't have been on the road in the first place. I love how Judge Judy didn't fall for the violin act. She called her out for exactly what she is, a danger to society. If you can't afford insurance, you take the bus. Your daughter is a big girl. She can take public transportation. You don't get to put other families at risk because you're too cheap or too lazy to keep your paperwork in order. The victim, SPK_3, did everything right. She had a dash cam, she had her insurance, and she was made whole because she followed the rules. My final take? This is a massive warning to everyone on the road. A yellow light means caution and prepare to stop, not floor it and swerve. And if you're driving without insurance, you're not just breaking the law, you're proving you have zero respect for your community. Ms. Gladden is lucky she's only paying a $500 deductible and not sitting in a jail cell for vehicular manslaughter. But I want to hear from you guys. Was $500 enough of a punishment for someone driving uninsured? Or should she have lost her license permanently? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe for more courtroom reality checks. Until next time, stay insured and stay safe.